Good day, friends. A couple of days before the full moon in Sagittarius, we're here from Duncan at the beautiful Manor to give you the second quote on our series on Jung and dreams. And we have a beautiful quote, and my friend Alan's going to show you the quote and read it to you. We're high tech and low tech all at the same time. Here you go, Alan.
For the practical work of dream analysis, we need a special knack and intuitive understanding on the one hand, and a considerable knowledge of history and symbols on the other. As with all practical work with psychology, mere intellect is not enough. One also needs feeling, because otherwise the exceedingly important feeling values of the dreams are neglected. Without these, dream analysis is impossible. As the dream is dreamt by a whole man, it follows that anyone who tries to interpret dreams must be engaged as a whole man too. Understanding and knowledge there must be, but they should not set themselves up above the heart, which in turn must not give way to sentiment. All in all, dream interpretation is an art, difficult but capable of being learned by those whose gift and destiny it is.
So this is our second quote again. So for the practical work of dream analysis, we need a special knack, an intuitive understanding on the one hand, and a considerable knowledge of the history of symbols on the other. So dreams are, as Jung pointed out, dreams speak a language of symbols. They're not rational in themselves. They speak through almost like an art piece that takes use of the symbol to communicate. And so it's really important in able to understand and decipher the meaning of dreams to be connected to the meaning of symbols. And so in your practice, in learning to work with dreams, educating yourself to the values of symbols, not only collective symbols, but also symbols of your own ancestral line, tracking down where you come from and being really aware of the symbolism of your culture. They will show up in your dreams. So a real good understanding of symbolism, and that can be gained through reading stories, fairy tales, religious texts, and all of the different practices that use symbols to communicate, the tarot, the I Ching, all an education of symbolism is really important in learning to understand dreams. And also, of course, one must have a developed intuition into being able to read into the symbol. Then Jung makes a really important point of, as with all practical work with psychology, mere intellect is not enough. One also needs feeling, because otherwise the exceedingly important feeling values of the dreams are neglected. So along with understanding symbolism, one has to listen from the heart. One has to be connected with the heart. One has to be connected with the feeling tones involved. In my analysis, both astrologically and dream-wise, I'm always asking about feeling value. How did this make you feel? What were the feeling associated with different symbols or different personalities that are showing up in your dreams? How did you feel? How do you feel about this discussion we're having? And as I suggest different symbols, I look for an emotional reaction. So then, as dream analysts, we must be in tune with both our intuition, our knowledge of history of symbols, and our heart has to be open. We have to be in touch with the emotions and the feeling tones that come up in the dreams. Without these, dream analysis is impossible. As the dream is dreamt by a whole man or woman, it follows that anyone who tries to interpret dreams must be engaged as a whole man or woman too. And that's really important in dream analysis, is that you have done your work to have balanced the two sides of your nature, the masculine and the feminine. If you don't have that balance within yourself, it's really hard to help others seek for that balance. So in order to help others' individuation through individuation to dream analysis, you also have to have engaged in that same process of individuation. Understanding and knowledge there must be, but they should not set themselves up above the heart, which in turns must not give way to sentiment. So one cannot be too sentimental about dream work and psychological work, but one must put the heart first above the intellect. But the intellect is also important. You have to have an understanding of the process intellectually. You have to have a very good understanding of how these processes work in order not to get completely sentimental about the whole process. So education is really, really important if you take dream work seriously. All in all, dream interpretation is an art. Difficult, but capable of being learned by those whose gift and destiny it is. And so that's really important as well. One must have a gift and feel it is one's destiny to work with dreams. And at these times in our collective crisis, this is really an important gift that we have. The information coming from the unconscious through dream analysis and through working with our dreams can go a long way in helping us navigate these complex times. So I'll keep one every week or so. I'll keep putting up these quotes with my friend Alan's help. Yes, we've reached 100 subscribers to our YouTube channel, and so now we're going to have our own URL, and we'll be able to promote and share links, and you'll be able to share links to this channel. Thank you so much for supporting our work. Looking forward to next one. Full moon blessings and gratitudes, y'all. MC Starman was in the house. Ow!